Okay, right, so we've got another game coming from 30k Forgotten Legion. This time we are using Custodes, led by Constantine Valdor, against the Ninth Legion, led by Sanguinius. So, a little bit about the Custodes. I'm still waiting for the book. I went to Games Workshop, and a week ago they said they'd give it the next day. Still hasn't come. So we're sort of using... we've got the screenshots of everything, but hopefully we don't get anything wrong. If we do, obviously, put it in the chat and let us know. Anyway, Constantine Valdor is leading. He's got a transponder array. That's what he's got. And then what have I gone for? I've gone for Heter and Guard. I've got a Magstrom Vexilla. Probably getting the names wrong. Power Axe for this chap here. Paragon Blade. That model's from Skibble Miniatures. And then I've got Guardian Spear, Solarite Gauntlet on 2 of them, and Presidium Shields on 4 of them. The guy that acts can't take a Presidium Shield, so he hasn't got one. Another squad of 5 Heter and Guard. Again, Power Axe and Magstrom Vexilla. And then one guy has got Guardian Spear, and I've got 3 Heter and Guard, all with Solarite Gauntlets. So they're all ready to go. Okay, what have we got next then? So we've got Aquilians. The Aquilians got Adraphic Destructors and Solarite Gauntlets, 3 of them, and I've got a Furnace Firepike over there. We have a Talon. I've gone for 3 squads of Vigilators. Just to sort of fill troop slots really, and hopefully grab objectives of these. And I've got Janita Kroll as well in the list, so hopefully she does something. So they're pretty okay in combat. Not going to do that great, but hold objectives and do some combat. Okay, Agamatus, got 3 of them. They got Adraphic Destructors. They've changed the use of these. They've got cause instant death and AP3, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with these. Essentially, the army is absolutely tiny. That is the whole thing. As you can see, really the idea is Deep Strike Assault. It's an all or nothing list. Because I took the transponder array on Valdor, what it does really is allow me to have Deep Strike Assault with up to 3 units of 5 models. Therefore, I've got 2 squad of Heter and Guard and 5 Aquilians to make that up. And the Agamatus can also Deep Strike. Got Deep Strike rule, so that's what I'm going to do, I hope. So it should be relatively bloody. And let's see what I'm facing. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so we've got a Blood Angels army with no right of war, led by Sanguinius with the Spear of Telesto. And he's with a 5 Honor Guard. There's a Power Fist on the Standard Bearer. There's 2 Power Axes and 2 Charnable Sabres. And a Plasma Pistol, I think. On one of them, certainly. Then there's a Chaplain, just there. Just had a bit of a redo because I love him so much. He's just got a Power Fist and Jump Pack because I couldn't afford his Charnable Sabre as well. Then we have 3 Apothecaries at the front.
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry, mate.
3 Apothecaries at the front, 1 with a Power Sword, all with Jump Packs, nothing else. A Contemptor with a Carey's Assault Cannon and a Dreadnought Power Fist.
He looks like he's running really fast.
Yeah, a Dreadnought Power Fist with an Iliastus Assault Cannon.
Oh, cool. I can actually see that. Good effort on that one.
Yeah.
It's really, just try and zoom in on that. There we go. You can see it in his fist. Cool.
Then we have 10 Dawnbreakers.
Yep.
A recently renovated unit. They have... there's 2 guys with the swords, and the sergeant has a Blade of Perdition.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
And no melter bombs.
And the bases look cool.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Yeah, got them from Urban. Well, don't want to get the name wrong, but yeah, they're great. I will get some more. Then we got in front of them the unit of 5 Crimson Paladins. with one power fist, grenade harness, and a spear of perdition or blade of perdition on the sergeant. Yeah, for troops, troops are just in front. We have 3 squads of assault marines. 1 squad in front has a sergeant with a power axe, and a power sword in the squad, and that's that. And the second one back has a sergeant with lightning claws, a power sword, and a power axe.
For one at the back.
And the final one has power fist on the sergeant, combat shields, and power axe and a power sword.
You got some guys in is it Mark 5?
Yeah, Mark 5. They're all Mark 5
studs.
size.
Yeah, so Mark 5s with the studs on, and then
just behind the apothecaries, we've got a recon squad,
nice.
Nemesis bolters, and a Nuncio Vox.
Nice one.
No augury scanner.
Oh, no augury scanner, fair enough.
That might have been a mistake. I might. We'll see.
Fair enough, yeah.
There. So after recon marines, then an Inca-Endius dreadnought.
Yep.
For joining his brother. 2 dreadnought close combat weapons and 2 Iliastus assault cannons inside. And then the big boys.
Piece de resistance, as it was. 2
Leviathans with all the works. So one has the one at the back has storm cannon, 2 assault cannon nipples. That's not as cheap as that's too cheap. 2 assault cannon nipples.
Yep.
Phosphex launchers.
Most importantly, a dead Iron Warrior scum. Is that for John?
Yeah.
There you go, John. That's for you.
And the second one, his little brother, has Volkite calivers, a siege drill, a cyclonic melter.
Yep.
And
It's Phosphex, is it?
I thought he had Phosphex, but I don't think they have it here. So
they're just defunct, those Phosphexes.
Yeah, apparently so.
They just don't have any missiles. And who's the guy on the bottom? Who's he?
He's a Night Lord.
Who plays Night Lord, so you know?
Glenn.
Glenn, there we go.
So yeah, that's
sticking it to Glenn. Cool, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Another great job, mate. I mean, it's always better looking at these in better light, but it does look awesome. Great job on Sanguinius. It just looks all cool. And so your army is quite clearly a massive assault army, isn't it? I mean, literally, my God.
I do have a mixed assault army. Well, I have like 8,000 points of this.
Yeah, this is just going to be
just trying to hold you up in combat so that Sanguinius and the Leviathans could tear you guys apart.
Okay, let's look at the scenery quickly. Go for it.
Okay, so this is the board that I have at the moment. The board is on lend from a friend, as is the terrain. But the terrain and the board used to be what we'd use at Brighton Warlords, so it'll be familiar to a lot of people.
Yes.
It has seen better days, but it's certainly getting some use here, rather than being mothballs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good overview. Brighton Warlords was a game club used to run for 15 years, best part of 15 years. So it's really good that it's getting use out of it, and lovingly painted quite a lot of this anyway. So you got some ruins, which is awesome. Loads of ruins, which is good. Old style ones with the propensity for skulls everywhere. I don't know why Games Workshop did that. There we go. Skulls everywhere. So I guess a bigger overview is this. So we've got a series of ruins on the board, and we're going to move my little force and put this ruin over in the corner. Alright, so let's see what mission we get. Okay, so we're on for mission.
Okay.
6. Ultramarine 6. Is it what we get? Okay, mission 6 is War of Lies. So, set up a single objective marker close to the centre as possible, and then we have 2 each. 12 away and 12 away from edges. Normal deployment thing's the same really. Siege is the same. 6-turn game, and then this one's it's better than before, I think, because there's no so much negatives. Did we have this one before? I think we played this already, but it's fine. We rolled it. That's what it is. Death Toll. So get 1 point for each unit that's destroyed or fallen back, or more alive. I remember playing this last time. So you get 1 to 2 is nothing, 3 towards 1, 5, 6 is 3 victory points. That's massive if you get on the objectives. Solar Wardens get Primarch as well, so we've both got, although I haven't got a proper Primarch, he gets Primarch rules. And then reserves no night fight, importantly, which is a weird one. See what setup we get. Okay, so setup 3, which is search and destroy. So that's relatively simple. So let's come back after we actually let's roll for sides now, I think. Okay, so I've got gold dice for the win. 2. Oh dear. Alright, so you get to choose which side. So we'll get that down after we've decided who's going first and stuff. So this is our 3rd game. So in the series, I suppose, so I think it's going to be, from the get-go, I think it's going to be a lot of combat. We've basically both got really close range combat hitting armies. So we need to see who can hold it up and then punch out. So let's see what happens. Okay, overview of objective placements. So the first one has to go in the middle. I've got some really cool objectives. There's one there. And then pretty much we just, well, we made a bit of an X, I guess. We just decided to put them close. So they are all in the open generally, apart from that one in the middle. And let's see what happens after setup. Go for it.
Okay, so I deployed fairly defensively and aggressively, ready to leap out, but also ready to defend myself for when his deep striking stuff comes in. Leviathans at the front, as with the slow-moving Crimson Paladins. Everyone else has a jump pack, so it's not really necessary for them to be right at the front. Got nothing to do much on the first turn, so I've got to weather the storm with the second, I guess.
Yep, so you're just everyone's sort of in this area here, ready to push out, aren't they?
That's it.
And then you deployed these infiltrators after I deployed my stuff.
Yep.
And I basically hid as much as I could with the few models I have. So the Vigilators are here, trying to hide from any gunfire over there. Another Vigilator unit here, hiding again behind that wall. There. And then the other Vigilator unit was joined by Janita Kroll here. And then she scouted, that's why they're slightly further up. Just trying to run for that building, basically. Alright, so let's roll for the C's. Right, let's do the C's roll. No. Okay, let's see. Just as a reminder, before we start the game, we have the Horus Heresy 4 coming up on the 24th, 5th and 26th of March. Still got spaces for that, like, I think we've got 5 Loyalists and 5 Traitor spaces left, so if you want to get involved with that, please do so. It's in Brighton, and yeah, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content and stuff. Okay, let's get on with the game. So, turn 1, movement phase for Blood Angels. Go for it.
Okay, so I moved incredibly little. The Crimson Paladins have come out to act as a screen for the Leviathans. The Combat Shield Assault Squad have done the same.
Yeah.
Basically, to give me the initiative when he comes down. And now it's my very small shooting phase.
So yeah, they're still sort of staying pretty much in your deployment zone there, aren't they? Most of them. Happy days, understandable. Most of the armies, the nasty part is coming down in Deep Strike Assault. So, cool. Go on to shooting phase to Ninth Legion. Go for it.
So my Recall Marines took a long bomb shot at Janisha Krull and her squad. Started off very well, getting 4 out of 5 hits. Then 1 rend and 3 wounds, but she tanked them all.
She did. She tanked them all.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have got rid of her, maybe pin the unit. But there we go.
Yeah, so that was the only bit of shooting, because everything out of range of the ninth. Everything is out of range. It's all pistols mainly, and the storm cannon. So that's it. So turn 1 for the Custodes and the Talons, I suppose. Turn 1 movement phase.
Right.
Okay, Custodes movement phase. Turn 1. What have we done? Well, we have just sort of hid. Hid behind here, so we can't. Hopefully, the Nemesis bolters can't get beaten us. I don't think they can. Hide behind that building. We'll come out in the later turns to hopefully go towards that objective over there. Over here, the furry squad. Sort of furry capes. They're trying to hide again from the Nemesis bolters up there, and then the sort of blue squad here just trying to hide, just hiding really. It's just hiding at the moment. And I don't have any shooting, obviously, so it's now going to be the Ninth Legion's turn 2. Go for it.
Yeah, so not much movement from the ninth this turn. Just shuffled my assault squad down and moved the Dawnbreakers a little bit so the Apothecary wasn't quite as vulnerable. And ultimately just shuffling around so that everything can, you know...
just waiting really, aren't you?
Look after each other, yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so that's the end of the Ninth Legion's turn 2 movement phase. I think we knew it was going to be like this, didn't we, really? It's all going to happen to probably turn 3.
That's true.
It is what it is. And then you've got a bit of shooting, I think, and then that will do. Let's do it. Okay, so shooting phase for the 9th was nothing.
Nothing.
Because it was, as you said, your help. Sort of, just basically, I kept saying, can you see them? Can you see them? Can you see them? And then we just hid them. So all my sisters are hiding from them. Yep. We are. So it's Custodes turn 2. Let's see if they come on. Right, we're going to do Deep Strike Assault. See if it comes off. There we go. It does. Here we go.
Indeed.
So this is the big thing now. This is where it's going to all happen. So let's see where they land, I guess. All right, Custodes turn 2, isn't it? Yeah, two movement phase. So what ended up happening is I positioned this hero of the Imperium a bit too close to Pete's lines, who then jumped on him and he redeployed him over there. So the reason it looks like this is these guys have got skirmish, therefore they can move within 3. So I chained them out 5, end up a guy here, and then from that position I then rolled a 2, and lucky enough it wasn't disordered, and then I put the rest of my force right next to him, basically just an inch away from a lot of his stuff. So Heteron Guard facing off against the, what are they called?
Crimson Paladins.
Crimson Paladins. The Aquilians and Valdor sort of in front of the Leviathan and Assault Squad. What have I got? Over here, the Agamatus went in front of the Assault Squad, got 2 squads of 3, just literally right within an inch of them. So we're at this. So this is the overview. So it's, as I said, it's going to be horrible in a minute. Anyway, what else did I do? Okay, so Jenny's a Kroll. It's got Fleet 1, so she burst through here with the other Vigilators towards these old little sods. And then it's just a series of running, really, towards the objectives with the other Vigilator units. And then, yeah, so we've got to do some pinning tests. So we might as well do that on screen, on camera now. So it's every unit within 6 of my Deep Strikers take a pinning test. So we'll start with these chaps here. Oh, they are absolutely happy. They don't care.
The Submarines.
And they're happy as well. Nice one.
The Crimson Paladins.
The Crimson Paladins, you know they're going to mess it up.
Oh!
You need them for saves, mate.
Yeah, I really. No, I do not.
And I think it's the last unit,
Submarines,
isn't it? There we go.
Wow.
Oh, lovely job. Good effort. Okay, so nothing is pinned. Well, I've dived down. That's pretty good.
It's not going to matter with your initiative 5. We'll see.
And then some shooting, and then see what happens after that.
No, it wasn't even the shooting phase.
Okay, so intercept reaction is... do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, so my Leviathan fired everything it could into the Aquilons, and with some lucky shooting managed to down 1.
Drop 1.
Which is exactly what I wanted.
So this is my shooting phase. However, I've chosen not to fire a single gun. And the problem I'm having is if I shoot the Aquilians at the Leviathan, it then fires back. I only have AP3 guns, which will do probably nothing against the against the Leviathan. And then the bikes have the problem that if they fire against the Assault Marines, then he activates his Blood Angel. Which one is it?
Advanced reaction.
What's it called?
Something like that.
Anyway, he's got an advanced reaction. It's just checking it out, but essentially what it does is they just charge me and they get shrouded. So
Wrath of Angels, yeah.
Wrath of Angels. So it's kind of like no point shooting them. So I might as well just charge them. So that is basically where we're at. So let's go on to charging. Okay, so just to show the charge first. So unfortunately, I got another one dropped by the Leviathan with his shooting. So that's upsetting. Can't make 4-up saves. Happens. And so multi-charge against the Assault Marines. put 2 Hedron Guards into the Crimson Paladins. Is that correct, isn't it?
Yeah.
And 2 Agamata squads into a 10-man assault squad. So, yeah, that's where we're looking. Let's see how it resolves after that. Hopefully, the aim is really to clear out the Crimson Paladins, clear out the Assault Marines, basically get rid of everything of charge, obviously. Pointing out the obvious there. And obviously people on the hold. So let's see what happens. Alright, so we have come to the end of the combat. It was a lot of looking at books, to be honest, wasn't it? So it seems like it took a couple of seconds, but it did not. Anyway, so how we started it with the Agamatus, massive 1 attack in combat each, which was just awful. But, you know, to be fair, they did the job, and they managed to, I think I killed like 4 or something, and then you failed the leadership test, and I just about managed to overrun them. So I cleared out the assault squad there. And then over here would have been what was the Crimson Paladins.
Yeah. Leviathan.
Yeah, yeah. So Crimson Paladins took it from the 2 squads of Heteron Guard. They survived the first one, to be fair. But 2 squads of them, they got lots of Solarite gauntlets. They were minus on strength, but that put them to strength 9, and then they just couldn't hold it. It was too much to bear. Couple of wounds on one of the Heteron Guard, and that was them dealt with. The Leviathan, it did really well actually. To be fair, it's now got that squad down to, you know, a couple of Aquilians. The Aquilians charged in. Valdor did it on his own. He was insane. He caused 6 instant death wounds. I think you passed 1. Was it? Yeah.
2
on 5-ups.
Oh yeah,
I think it was 1, wasn't it? Yeah. So 5 went through, caused a bunch of D3 wounds, and he exploded and died. It wasn't a very big explosion.
It took a wound off.
Oh yes, it did take a wound off my guy though. And then from that, the Assault Marines then started striking, killed another Aquilian with just mass attacks. Really took one down.
And then were slaughtered.
And then they only lost 2 actually from the Aquilians. I was pretty bad at hitting, but from that, we couldn't remember if they could get run down, if I could chase them, or run off the table. But either way, he would have rolled enough to run off the table, or I caught him anyway. So either way, they're all destroyed. So like I said, like I sort of hoped. So the best I could hope for was to get rid of all that line, which I did. Did take some punishment, mainly the Aquilians, really in a bad way. But other than that, it's gone pretty well. So on to the Ninth Legion's turn 3. Go for it.
Okay, so saying, well, first of all, the Leviathan and the Incendius moved towards the Heteron Guard, who behaved as Custodes normally do and moved away.
Yeah, so
very bravely.
It was your Leviathan first.
Yeah.
So, and he went really quickly, and then what did he do? Jump, didn't he?
Incendius uses jump pack.
Jump pack. So then I activated a movement reaction to withdraw basically. So I went back 5 because I needed to 5, just trying to make that charge a bit more difficult. And then
Then because you did that, I used I made sure that I moved Sanguinius as close to your bikes as possible, so they can get a multi-charge on the squad and theoretically kill them all. I then moved my assault squad dangerously out of cover, but I managed to save all the wound I caused. Dawnbreakers have moved very bravely forwards to give him a choice of things to charge.
The dog is trying to bite you.
Go away. And the Contemptor has moved forward, not run, so he gets a chance to shoot at something. And the snipers are taking aim at Janisha or her friends over there.
So it's the overview again. So yeah, here we go. Turn 3.
We're going to do a...
Right, Blood Angels shooting phase. Go for it.
Okay, so I shot with Leviathan into this Heteron Guard squad. I managed to take out 2 of them.
Yep.
Which is quite good and make it difficult terrain or dangerous terrain for them with a Phosphex.
Yep.
Then the Incendius
shot him as well, didn't he?
He shot this squad, as did the other Contemptor, and they did some damage.
Knocked down one, wounded another one.
The snipers did quite excellently, and but first of all pinned and then broke the sisters.
They're running, and they went quite far as well.
Yeah. And then other than that, I've refused to fire anything else.
So I didn't do any shooting reactions because I was going to shoot back with these, but So it's looking like combat, and I said probably going to lose most of those bikes. I'd be surprised if they survive against Sanguinius. I'm hoping for some long charges from here. Hopefully some fails. So it's possibly free combat. So let's do them on the old camera. I think.
Yeah, that sounds good. Right.
So which one? Which one
Let's.
first?
Well, that's got.
That's
you've got
pretty
resolve
much
shooting, haven't you? So,
yeah, we don't care about that one.
So what I'm going to do here is Leviathan first into them.
Okay.
He only needs 8.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, go for it. Oh,
he's very.
It's a 10.
He's very much in.
Okay, fine. And then you got the other one.
And then Incandius is going to go into the squad that he fired at, which I think he needs.
So I'll do a reaction against discharge. I think.
Okay.
What did you get? 2 and something else.
2 and a 3.
Oh, so he's probably. Oh, he's probably there.
Be in.
Probably. All right. So it looks like all the charges come off. So yeah, it is.
Let's do the other.
So,
and then that's 10.
Yeah, they're all
and
in.
Then these two.
They're in as well. Okay, so let's see how it resolves.
Yeah.
Resolves. Sorry. Right, go.
Okay, so Sanguinius and his boys made short work of one of the squads, and then they didn't break.
Took 2 wounds though, didn't he? So he's on 4 wounds now.
Yeah, he's on 4 wounds because I tried to.
Do you want to do It Will Not Die? He probably gets that now, doesn't he?
Oh, I absolutely do want to do that.
Let's do that before you forget.
What was it 5 up? I think.
Yep.
No, that's fine.
So he's down.
I'm happy with that. Then over here,
so they held. I rolled a 9 for my stubborn, so they just about held. And then over here, this was insane.
The Leviathan charged into, what was it, 4 remaining members of the squad?
3.
And hit 5 times.
Every single attack hit.
Hit 5 times, wounded 4 times, and they had to make 12 saves between them, any one of which was instant death, killed them all, and consolidated for no wounds.
Yep.
The Incandius kind of brought things back a bit by failing to do any damage to anybody and then taking 4 out of 6 wounds.
Yeah, he's got 2
But that's
wounds.
fine by me. You know, he's locked in combat, and I have
you've absolutely
significantly damaged the Custodes this turn.
I have survived past turn 3 better than last game.
I think it's still very much in the balance. So let's see what
I don't know. It's not looking great for me. It's just got 2. Basically, I have 2 units left, and he has a lot more than me, and a lot of his stuff is horrendously hard. I'm probably going to be smashed in a couple of turns, but there we go. Here's what it is. It's my first outing with the Custodes, and I need to take better units. So
and read the book.
I read the book when I get it. So anyway, my Custodes turn 4. Custodes turn 4. Okay, turn 3. It's actually turn 3. We realised. So turn 3 for the Custodes. Not much really to do. I've only had short amount of models left really. So Valdor has gone towards Leviathan. He then reacted and moved away. The horrible sod. So then I chased him from behind some Vigilators. The other Vigilators rallied, and these ones and Kroll hid behind that building because of the impending doom from over here. Right. So shooting is pretty much nothing because I don't want him to return fire with that Leviathan. So it's just charges really. So let's get on with that and see how we go. Okay, turn 3 charges. So the Vigilators tried to charge just to make him use a reaction. Leviathan just blew the crap out of them basically, so they're all dead. They didn't even make it. And then luckily I rolled a 9 for Valdor and friends to charge that Leviathan. Hopefully deal with him. Hopefully these guys deal with him, although I'm a bit worried. And then there's no way that we're getting out of that with Sanguinius. So I'm just trying to put a dent in them now. So let's see how we get on. Ideally, I'll get rid of these 2 dreadnoughts. And I definitely, well, they're dead. My Agamatas are dead, but ideally I'll kill the 2 dreadnoughts. Let's see what happens. Okay, end of turn 3. And actually, not that bad. I did kill the Contemptor, which was nice. He killed only 1 guy, which was also very nice. Unfortunately, Leviathan is still alive. How many? I wounded it twice, didn't I? Yeah, so on 5 wounds, Valdor took a wound. It's just dealing with Leviathans is just absolutely horrendous. If you don't have other Leviathans or mass shooting to deal with them, they're just the brutal free thing. It's just way too hard, I feel.
Even though he killed the first one without it striking
Valdor
back.
did kill it, yep, straight away. So that is, I guess, a bit
50-50.
contradictory. But even so, they are absolutely horrible.
They are beasts.
And then Sanguinius being strength 10 as well. It's just, yeah, I can't handle that. Bike's died, so I probably will survive until maybe turn 4. This is turn 4. I might be tabled by turn 5, I think. I very much doubt I'll be here turn 6. But here we go. Let's see what the Ninth Legion can bring turn 4, I think.
4,
yes.
Yeah,
your turn 4, mate. Cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so the Ninth are now moving in for the kill. Sanguinius is going to challenge Valdor, and hopefully be more near the action. His Honour Guards have gone to attempt to take out the Vigilators. Down on this side, the Dawnbreakers have found their courage now that there's few enough Custodes to oppose them.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went.
And the Contemptor is moving
He's
up
running
in support.
really fast.
And the Assault Marines are staying there because it's a novel thing that they're not dead. And the Snipers are ready to fire.
Yeah. Nice one. Okay, so let's see how the shooting goes. Go for it, mate.
Okay, so the Contemptor and the Snipers fired at Janisha Kroll and her squad and took out most of them. And I haven't fired anything else.
There's 2 left.
Yeah. And now
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models alive. Go me. Okay, let's do it.
I'd love to feel sorry for you, but they are Custodes.
They are not Custodes, they're the Emperor's finest. Just not at the moment. Alright, cool. Let's see if... Anyway, this is going to happen. So the charge is going in. Let's see if Valdor can hold it for 1 turn against these 2 monsters, literally. Let's do it.
Okay.
Go for it, explain.
Sure. So, Dawnbreakers went into the Heteron Guard, and was a long bomb charge. They did manage to wipe them out.
I think he needed an 8 and you got a 9 anyway.
Yeah.
So...
which was pretty good.
I think we talked about it, a couple of long charges Pete's made, which really made this game sort of really turn its head.
Yeah.
I think that Dreadnought went 10 earlier, they went 9. The other Dreadnought it was a shorter charge, but it was quite important. So every time he needed it, he made really long, good charges. Valdor took an absolute beating, couldn't kill the Leviathan. I think the first time was just fluke. This is how it should have gone, just not killing it. I'm on a wound. He's 3 wounds on that. And do you want to do it will not die again for Sanguinius?
Yes, thank you, Sanguinius.
Yes, he's got to move back.
Up to 5.
So yeah, I think I've turned 4. I'm dead next turn. It will be all over next turn, but that's all right. Learning for me. So let's see what I can do in my go. It'll probably be really quick.
Gives you a chance to get home.
Yeah. Okay, so movement phase, Janet Kroll and the Vigilator that way. And so people might think I'm mad, I suppose, but at the end of the day, it's one of those games where what's the point? All I'm doing is delaying inevitable. I'm just going to get tabled, so I just speed it up. They're going to charge him, try and take a couple down. They're going to charge him, try and take a couple down, and I'm trying to take the Leviathan down before Sanguinius kills me. That is literally it. Turn 4, it's going to be all over my turn, and then we'll recap at the end. Okay, it's probably the last rolls of dice here. Valdor was on a wound. He did kill the Leviathan, so I was happy with that. Everything else on my army is dead. The brave charge from the Vigilators just didn't work. They got killed. So, let's see if I can make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3 fails. Oh no. So 2 fails, he's dead. That's the end of the game. So a quick recap from me. Essentially, I basically just took what I had in my case. So I haven't really made a decent army quite clearly. That's why I have been now, let's take him away. Now I've been tabled. Turn 4, so I got an extra turn in.
Turn 5 actually.
Was it?
I think it was turn
No, it's my turn 4 because I charged him my turn 4, then I had to die. Yeah, I could have strung it out for 1 extra go, but what's the point? So a lot of learning from me, a lot of units I need to take, a lot of stuff I need to buy, I suppose. But yeah, it's still an enjoyable game. In the day, it's putting him around, having a go. I gave him a bloody nose. I did kill. Let's have a look at dead pile. So I did kill some stuff, which was
4 units in the first turn alone.
I got the Leviathans, which I was happy with. Killed 2 Leviathans, killed a Contemptor, killed the Crimson Paladins, killed the Assault Marines there, another Assault Marine unit, and so obviously not enough. Yeah. So alive is all of the Dawnbreakers. Didn't really touch them. Yes, Recon Marines, a Contemptor, Sanguinius is happy. He's wounded slightly, and then Yeah. So there we are.
Rather than unwounded.
There we are, mate.
Spoilers.
Nice one. Good game. So, just to recap then for all those thinking about coming to Brighton Heresy 4, it's on 25th, 26th of March in Brighton. And yeah, just like and subscribe to the channel. I'll try and get better, don't worry. And get more videos and stuff out there. All right. Thanks.
Can I get a recap?
Yes, of course.
Quickly?
Of course.
Yeah, this would have gone very much differently if you'd had more optimum units, and also if we'd had the book. You're at a disadvantage because you had to keep swiping through my iPad every 2 seconds. Also, I have the advantage of knowing the army and playing with this army a lot, and I bubble wrap stuff, which really worked for me. Plus, as you pointed out, some of those long bomb charges, which never ever happen in games when you want them, I made all of them.
Yes.
I think I fail one charge.
No. You didn't fail any charges.
No, I didn't fail any charges.
Oh, you charged. Sorry, you failed this charge here with these 3 guys.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's kind of inconsequential
really
in that stage of the game.
So yeah, dice rolls, luck, and knowing my army were on my side, and you did the best you could with the models you had.
Yeah, it happens. It's fine. It's not bitter about it. It just is what it is.
It was
Don't
good.
mind.
And you get, as you say, you smashed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say bloody nose. I think my nose is off.
Yeah, I was happy with the initial assault. It's just I need to probably be a bit more hard on maybe the Alpha Strike. Maybe if I'm just going to go all out. But yeah, it's lots of things to think about. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, mate?
No, just a very fun game.
Yeah.
And finally, after tons of games, I have finally beaten you and beaten you well.
You have.
But I don't think I can really take much pride
You
in
have.
it. But,
Oh, mate, you should do. You smashed the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It was a good fun game as always.
As always.
Awesome. Right.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
End it there. Cheers.